Alright, here we go. Into Zio's fort. And it doesn't take long before we immediately reach a barrier that we cannot go past. Well, not right now anyway. And I don't know why they called it an invisible barrier when we could clearly see it. But nonetheless, we're moving on. So now we've got tech users to deal with, and these guys can use magic spells just like we could. They can use Foy as you saw, but that doesn't do much in terms of damage. But so, as a result, we dismiss them quite quickly. Now, you never want to take the right staircase because there's never anything over there. So, you want to go down the left side. And there's a lot of different paths you can go down the left side. I'm not going to be looking at most of them. I'm just going to get a couple of chests here and there along the way. Only stuff I really need. I just can come back to the rest of the chests later, and as you can see, a good start with 2,000 Masada. So yeah, I just stole 2,000 Masada from Zio. Now you don't want to fall down those black holes, because if you fall down those things, that's basically a forced exit and you have to leave the fort and go back out. So, taking this first staircase here, I want to come this way because we now get a laser sword, and of course that's an improved weapon for Chaz. And as you can see, that's quite the attack increase, 15 points plus 3 defense points. We'll definitely take that very much. Which means our hardened clay sword is now finally gone. So instead of fighting with hardened clay, we're fighting with lasers! Which we had actually been doing for a couple minutes now because, of course, Alice got a laser slasher. I'm just gonna stick to the essentials here. So down goes the Shadow Saber. Those things can be quite pesky, especially since they're usually the first to act. And now we got Rippers to deal with, and they're breathing fire on Han, and that's quite painful because once again he loses more than half his health. Well, at least we got them out of the way. But you know what time it is. We're healing Han yet again. So now we get to the point where we are going to go around. Just sticking to the main stuff here. And we'll go up here and get a laser claw for Rika. So that's 7 additional points there for her. And we'll ditch one of the saber claws. And so now... Ooh, 4 Rippers. Well, let's take you guys out quickly, I hope. That wasn't too bad. Oh, everyone's still standing, that's the main thing. And 2 of them are down. Now 3. Come on. Well, it doesn't matter, both Alice and Rika gain experience levels. Definitely important because there's a boss duel coming up. So let's heal everyone first. Just topping everyone off. And another line of defense, the Ripper and a Shadow Saber. Cut you guys down. Out they go. Now, yep, here's our first boss. So, yeah, we're gonna kill everyone close to near the maximum. So, I'll just heal Han because we know how weak he is. So let's fight the boss. And this is Juza, and this is Zio's right-hand man. and the only way we get to advance is if we beat him. So let's begin this boss duel. We're starting with the Vortex for Alice. We'll cross-cut with Chaz. Yeah, let's give Grizz the War Cry, because that'll increase his attack power, and the band to increase defense from Rika, and yeah, let's use Watt Spell on him. I don't know how much damage it's going to cause, but it's got to do more than the daggers he has. And that was Zan, the Group Spell. Let's hope he doesn't use that too much. Don't need to use the War Cry again. No, I'm not going to use Saner. Really thinking about it, but I just realized it only works on physical attacks, and this guy is a wizard who just casts spells. So, Vortex again. So I'm gonna have Grizz heal himself here, because I know I had a couple of monomates in reserve. And heal for Chaz. Yeah, I'll feel better with Shirez though. Alice is now flirting with disaster. So Grizz saves himself. So since we have no more crosscuts, let's use the Air Slash. I guess we'll have to use Shirez again, this time for Alice. Good thing Rika's so quick. And I think we can go all out on offense on this next turn. Because everyone's looking pretty good right now. Yeah, no healing. Want to do attack this turn. And some Watt on Chaz. As you can see, Watt does more damage than Boy. Oh, and it's over. Oh, that went by faster than I thought it was going to. But by killing him off, we get a staircase. And since there's always a possibility we may fight more monsters along the way, gonna top off everyone. So let's go down here. And we made it. So let's go and get our android here. There she is, tangled in what I guess could be rope, but I really don't know what the heck that is, if that's rope or if it's something else. So this is Demi, green-haired android. So here's something that she actually does for you. If you actually have someone who got killed off during your journey here, she can use her medical power and that will actually revive your dead party members. So that is very helpful that she has this skill, and hopefully we won't need to use it too much, but should all go wrong, it will definitely be helpful. Yeah, an android who can actually revive people, that is surprising to me. It was surprising the first time I played this game. I found out that the medical power could do what it does. But we're here for one purpose, and that's to disable Nervous. However, it's not going to happen. Guess who we're finally going to be meeting face to face? Hi, Zio. Yeah, you should be feeling an incredible menace. I mean, look at this guy. He comes in with his own dry ice smoke. He's glowing blue. And he's got the big, massive black shoulder pads that are floating over his head, or around his head, and floating over his shoulders, so, yeah. And Grizz proceeds to cursing. So, yeah. Zio is here to pretty much make our lives a living hell. Yeah, we know. And we're not bait, Zio. I don't know if you're into fishing or not, but we are not bait. And you can just look at this guy and see that he is just completely emotionless, and he just wants to be laying waste to everything that he touches. And so far, he's pretty much done just that. And I don't know what god you're worshipping there, Zio, but it can't be the real god, because there's only one of those, and whatever you're worshipping, that ain't him. And Alex is trying to talk some reason into Zio. Why would you bother, though? That's the big bad guy. Why would you try and talk reason with him? Because, see, he wants nothing to do with it. He wants to lay waste to everything and everyone. Yep. He is on a one-track mind, and he has one objective, and that's to eliminate everything. Even if it is himself that is also among those who are sacrificed. And now he's seeing red, and that can never be good. And there's a bit of weird wording. My humble self shall take it upon that myself. Anyway, if you're familiar with the name Dark Force, you should be if you've ever played other Phantasy Star games, because that was the main boss in Phantasy Star 1 and 3, and it was the penultimate boss in Phantasy Star 2. So, this is a battle that you're not supposed to win. In fact, you can't damage him with physical attacks, and any magic or skills only do 1 point of damage, so there's no real point to fighting. We're just gonna have everyone defend, and we'll just keep doing that until the battle climaxes. Yeah, fighting him at this point is completely pointless. So it'll be in the 4th round that the battle comes to an end. And there it goes. With the shot of the Black Wave, Alice gets in front of Chaz to save him, but ends up taking the hit, and that is quite a shot. Yeah, we've got to get out of here. So, we escape, but not without a member of the party who's now in serious trouble, and it's our leader, Alice. And as we're discovering, not even the best healing spells can help her out, so we gotta go back to Krupp. And you probably remember me mentioning earlier a situation that we were gonna have a forced reunion with Han's fiancée, Saya. Well, here it is. Yeah, you saw the happy reunion between Han and Saya earlier. This is what happens if you skip that part, never encounter her at all, and you come to this situation. Obviously, we can't worry about having a reunion. We've got to get Alice back into a situation where she can be taken care of. So this is where the two different plot paths in the storyline merge, depending on whether or not you chose to do the reunion with Saya or not. So we have Alice in bed, obviously in pain after getting hit by Zio's Black Wave, and so they're just trying to figure out how the heck can they possibly help her, because Zio did some pretty nasty stuff to her. Yeah, and there's no reason to be able to believe that you could actually cure someone by disabling the environmental system. Zio went to every length to defend such a possibility, and we have no choice but to defeat him. But obviously we can't do it with the way that we could have done in the first battle, but there would have been no point to it. So now Alice trying to rally the troops as best she can. Yeah, gotta deal with the magic barrier, because as you saw, right at the very start, before we even had an action, the magic barrier was cast by Zio, and he was able to protect himself from all physical attacks, and everything else came to just 1 point of damage. That's what would have happened if I actually demonstrated it, but there was no reason for me to do so. So who is Rune? Well, yeah, I would have to agree with that statement. He wasn't taking too kindly to Chaz there. So that's going to be our next destination, is the Ladea Tower. And it's quite the impressive structure, as you can see. And we have to cross quicksand to get there. So you're wondering, how are we going to be able to cross a giant trap of quicksand? Well, cue copyright infringement yet again. Yeah, Sega uses the name Mother Brain 2 years after Nintendo used it for Metroid, and now they use the term Land Rover, which of course is the brand name of a SUV based out of Great Britain. How did Sega get away with that? Especially with translating into the English text. How are they allowed to get away with that? So yeah, there's a place called a Machine Center, and that's where we gotta go to get access to the quote-unquote Land Rover. However, we're not gonna have Han coming with us. And you know what? That's probably the best news I've had since I started this Let's Play. Because Han has just been so much of an issue. So I'm glad to finally have him out of our party. So we're gonna move on with Demi now coming in, and wrong button. Gonna save. Yeah, Han and Alice are no longer with us in the party. We get Demi and we're gonna play as four-handed for now. So that's gonna do it for this Let's Play of Phantasy Star 4, and when I join you again, we'll be moving on to go to the Machine Center, get our Land Rover, and go to the Ladea Tower and have a reunion with Rune so we can continue the game. So until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon.